Say that again. What's in my belly? The system repeated firmly. You're carrying a zombie. After humanity entered the apocalypse, the medical system completely collapsed. Fortunately, I was still bound to a system that regularly helped me with prenatal checkups. The progress of romancing Richard had been stuck at 99%. The system and I both agreed that the key to ultimate success lay with this child. At the moment of complete domestic bliss, the strong, tragic male lead would surely be completely healed. But now, it was telling me that what I was carrying was not Richard's child at all, but a zombie's. My vision went black. I fainted instantly from fright. Richard was the leader of the southern base. Everyone knew he detested zombies. He killed everyone he saw. That's how he earned his current top-tier ability and status. Youth is good. Just fall over and sleep. But host, wake up first. The system jolted me awake with a "by you." It was utterly heartbroken. I told you to romance the male lead, not to cheat on him. And with a zombie no less, now it's impossible to trick the male lead into taking the kid. The male lead already hates zombies. Now you're doomed. He's definitely going to throw you and your baby into the zombie horde. I was utterly confused and collapsing. How could this happen? Good heavens, I truly never cheated on him. No, except for that one time. That day, I found a bottle of fruit wine among the supplies Richard had gathered. I couldn't resist drinking it all. In my drunken stupor, I vaguely saw a pair of red eyes. Chilling, dangerous, clearly not the eyes of a normal human. Those belonged to the legendary high-level zombies. Half sober, I was terrified. I tried to run, but was dragged back by my ankle. When I woke up, I was lying in the base's bedroom. Richard was bringing me food back to the room. I simply thought it was a dream. Now that I think about it, Richard's expression was a bit strange then. He asked me, "Do you remember anything? Do you feel any discomfort?" I was so embarrassed. I thought he was asking about his performance last night. I threw a pillow at him. "Don't ask." He froze for a moment, then said nothing more. He just pulled me into his arms, holding me very tightly. "How about we draw lots again?" The ability team was discussing personnel assignments for a mission when someone suddenly suggested, in a nuanced tone, pulling my thoughts back. I looked at them blankly. Why redraw? Then I realized they were also observing my reaction. It turned out that during the drawing, Richard and a newly joined female ability user, Sarah, were accidentally chosen to go on an S-rank mission together. I was notorious for my demanding nature, leveraging my beauty. Since seeking protection from Richard, the southern base leader, I had a reputation for being difficult. I was very possessive of him. If he was going out on a mission, I'd cling to his arm and insist on going for a drive with him. If he spoke an extra word to a female team member, I'd be jealous for 3 days straight. Not to mention this kind of isolated outing for two people, a man and a woman. My behavior only intensified after I got pregnant. But now, the system urgently warned me. At this point, let's not be arrogant. Put the romance mission aside. Self-preservation is key. It was understandable that you were possessive of the male lead for the sake of the mission. But now, self-preservation is paramount. Listen to me. It's best to quickly hand over the male lead, this hot potato, to the female second lead. Anyway, you don't really have feelings for him beyond the mission. Hearing that last sentence, my hand paused, mid-stroke on my belly, my thick eyelashes lowered, concealing a hint of bitterness. In the living room, Richard said calmly, "No need. I can handle it alone. Sarah can go with your other team." Before he could finish, I quickly interrupted. "Just follow the drawing. Sarah's abilities complement yours perfectly. You two go together." Richard looked at me in surprise, his eyes dimming slightly. I returned a sweet, soft smile. Evening. Everyone had returned from their missions, except for Richard and Sarah, who had the most arduous task. Following their tracker, we found them in a warehouse of an abandoned supermarket. Richard was shirtless, his muscles wrapped in bandages. Sarah was crouching in front of him, her hand resting on his chest. Hearing the commotion, she frantically withdrew her hand and stood up. "Why are you all here?" As she spoke, she made small, restless gestures. Tossing her hair, her cheeks flushed. "I was treating Captain Hayes' wounds. He's quite hurt. Please don't overthink it, Phoebe." The other team members exchanged